What was the impact of the Limited Test Ban Treaty? Have you ever wondered how a single agreement could change the course of history? The Limited Test Ban Treaty, signed in 1963, did just that during a time of intense nuclear tension. This treaty was a significant milestone in the Cold War, signed by the United States, the Soviet Union, and Britain. It prohibited nuclear tests in the atmosphere, underwater, and in space. This was a direct response to growing fears about radioactive fallout, especially after the 1950 hydrogen bomb test that contaminated a Japanese fishing crew. For many people living in the 1960s, the treaty represented a rare moment of cooperation between superpowers. During a decade filled with anxiety over nuclear weapons, it offered a glimmer of hope. Daily life included nuclear drills and the construction of fallout shelters, so this treaty brought a sense of stability. One of the immediate effects of the Limited Test Ban Treaty was environmental. It significantly reduced radioactive contamination in the air and water. This was a relief for communities concerned about the health risks linked to nuclear testing. Although underground tests continued, the ban on atmospheric explosions meant fewer radioactive particles entered ecosystems. Culturally, the treaty sparked a wave of anti-nuclear activism. Artists, musicians, and filmmakers began to incorporate themes of peace and disarmament into their work. The treaty became a symbol of the desire for a safer world. Politically, it laid the groundwork for future agreements, such as the Non-Proliferation Treaty signed in 1968. This showed that dialogue between superpowers was possible, even amid an arms race. Looking back through the lens of 1960s nostalgia, the treaty evokes memories of a time when global crises, like the Cuban Missile Crisis, pushed humanity to the brink. Yet, it also inspired collective action. It was an era when grassroots movements and diplomatic efforts came together. People were determined to balance technological progress with moral responsibility. While the Limited Test Ban Treaty did not end nuclear proliferation, it became a cultural milestone. It reflected the idealism of the decade and the belief that even rivals could find common ground. The impact of this treaty continues to be felt today, reminding us of the importance of cooperation in the face of global challenges.